Hi guys, if you want to see how I got this beautiful rainbow drip look, then keep watching. I 100% know that someone has done this before and I really couldn't find the picture that I saw a long time ago, so if you know who that is, please link them down below. I would love to give them full credit. Other than that, if you want to know how I achieved this look, then please keep watching and I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so now that my hair is up, I'm going to prime my face, and these are my two favorite primers right now. They're by e.l.f. I have the Tone Adjusting Primer and the Poreless Primer. The Poreless one is perfect. It blurs all of your pores. You can't see anything, and the Tone Adjusting one is great if you have redness like I do. I usually wake up with lots of redness on my cheeks, and I also have a couple little friends over here that we don't want to talk about. So, starting off with primer. So today I'm going to take my Tone Adjusting Primer and I'm going to put a little bit on a beauty blender and just pounce it all in my face. Disclaimer, if I do look like I'm looking to the side or down, it's because I do have a couple of mirrors up and I need to see when I'm doing my makeup because I can't just look in the phone. So, let's continue. So next I'm going to go in and do eyebrows. I do love my eyebrow shape. I'm greatly blessed to have my eyebrow. But anyways, here's another e.l.f. product that I love. I do have a lot of e.l.f. products and more drugstore end makeup because I feel like a lot of it is really good for its price point. So I'm taking this e.l.f. brow pencil. It is the Instant Brow Lift Pencil. So I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera real quick and I'll be right back. I need this primer. I zoomed you guys in a little bit, and now that I'm done with my brows, I do have to carve them out and make them perfect because right now they're looking like cousins and not sisters because brows aren't twins, they're sisters. So I'm going to carve out my brows now. To carve out my brows, I'm using the Infallible Full Wear Concealer to carve out my brows and prime my lids and do my concealer and all that. I use this for all of that. But right now I'm going to carve out underneath my brows with this. I use shade 340 Fawn. I'm also going to use this liner brush from Morphe to help me get that line straight. I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand right here so I can dip into it. You know, I just want to say, with all this quarantine, or with this whole quarantine thing going on, I've done a lot of makeup looks because there is nothing else to do. And I've come to the conclusion that this quarantine is making me crazy because this past 2 days, I have done a crazy clown look because of TikTok, which is taking over my life. Thank you, TikTok. And also a two-sided look. I'm not even sure what to call it because I kind of just did it. I actually wasn't really even sure what I was doing. So I did that, and I didn't make a video on either of them. This is my first video, obviously. And I'm convinced that, like, quarantine is just making my inner artistry, if that's what you want to call it, come out. Which is not a bad thing, but I also think that my face hates me right now because of how much makeup I have put on her. But that's okay. After I carve them out, I coat the lid in my concealer and I basically use it as a primer before all of my eyeshadow, and I blend it in with my beauty sponge. Now I do want to say, if you see, like, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there is like little dot sort of things in my eye. I glued down my eyebrows the other day and I'm still working on getting the glue off my face. I have washed my face a good 50 times and nothing seems to be working. On another note, let's get into my eyes. Now I have my handy dandy brushes. These are just my eye brushes, so I'm going to put them to the side so I have them available for my use. So next I'm going to take my James Charles X Morphe palette right here, and I'm going to start on the look. Obviously, since this is a part rainbow look, you can't have the rainbow look without the James Charles palette. So there is makeup everywhere because of a look I just did with the white. If you want to see that dual-sided look, go look at my Instagram at beauty_by_bm. So to get started, we're going to start on the rainbow part of the look first and then do the drips. So I'm going to take the Morphe E7 brush and I'm going to dip into the yellow shade in the James Charles palette. I had the film cover for it that had all the names on it and I had no idea what happened to it. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to pop that on the inner corner of my eye a little bit above my crease that I got. Or I'm going to take another Morphe brush. This one doesn't have a number on it because it came in the Morphe brush set. I'm going to go in with a green shade and I'm going to blend that in with the yellow. Really, the whole method is super easy. You just take the colors of the rainbow, you pack it into whatever length you want it, and yeah. Now that we have the whole entire rainbow on my face, I'm going to start the drip effect with this eyeliner brush that is also from Morphe, but I'm going to use it to cut out the drips in my eyes. Okay, I traced out the line of my drips and I also filled them in with concealer. I'm going to take my translucent setting powder that I'm going to use for the rest of my face as well and set these drips so the concealer doesn't get everywhere if I open my eye. Alright, now that I've carved out the drips in the makeup, it looks kind of crazy. The good thing about this is that they do not have to be exactly the same. So I'm going to get started with the rest of my makeup. So now I don't usually color correct for a normal look. I kind of just put on my foundation and go. But today it is a full kind of crazy look and I want to be perfectly smooth like porcelain. So I'm going to color correct a couple of the blemishes on my face with the Maybelline Master Camo color correcting palette. And now that I look insane with green on my face, we can start with my foundation. For foundation, I use the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion foundation. I got this a while ago and so far I really do like it. It's perfect for my skin type, it's great color match, it's just perfect for me. So I'm going to coat my face with this and I'm going to blend it out with a damp beauty sponge. The good thing about the Laura Mercier foundation is that it doesn't take a lot of pumps to cover your whole face. Like I put 3 or 4 pumps on my hand and usually it covers my whole face if I'm using a brush, but today I'm using a beauty sponge so it might soak up some of the product. I just recently, yesterday I think, washed all my brushes, so my beauty sponges and my brushes, they all smell really good. Kind of obsessed with it. Awesome. So now that I look terrifying, I'm going to take the concealer, which is the same concealer that I used to carve out the drips in my face, and I'm going to highlight my under eyes, my T-zone, and my chin. A lot of times if I really want a super lightening concealer, which I don't think I'm gonna go with it today. I use another shade of the L'Oreal Infallible, and it is 325. I think it is the lightest shade they have for that super hardcore glow. And now that I've blended that out, I'm going to take my concealer really quick and carve out my eyeshadow to where it is a straight point. Awesome, and now that I have this carved out, I am going to take, before my concealer dries, I'm going to take my setting powder. The setting powder I use is the Maybelline Master Fix setting powder, and I'm going to put it under my eyes, pack it in there so that I can avoid creases. Now that I have done that and letting that sit for a second, I'm going to take the Morphe Glamour Bronze Bronzer in the shade Icon, and I'm going to bronze up my cheeks. I know from this angle it does look like this side is super duper duper dark, but I do film with sunlight, so the sunlight has shifted since we have started, so it is not directly there, but I do promise I blended it out and you will see in the final looks. Now that I have that, I'm going to dust off my setting powder and kind of just set the rest of the face with it. The thing I really do like about the setting powder is it doesn't give any flashback, and it is very light. It doesn't feel super heavy on my face when I'm baking with it. If I like don't take it off in time, it won't like pack on my face. Now that I have all that, I'm going to take this Morphe angled smaller brush and I'm going to go in with the James Charles palette again, but for highlight this time, and take the highlighting shade next to the white. I put it on my brush and I spray it. I do spray it with the Jeffree Star Morphe Starberry spray, which is my absolute favorite. Now that my cheeks are blinded to the gods, I'm so sorry about this camera angle. It looks super dark on the side and I promise it's not. Awesome. I'm like shook right now because I'm so blinded. Anyways, now I'm going to take my Morphe E36 brush. I'm going to highlight under my eyebrows and my nose and my cupid's bow. Now I'm going to go back to the eyes, surprisingly, and I am going to put on some lashes to accentuate this look. I really don't want super ginormous lashes, but I do need some lashes. So to blend my lashes with my normal lashes, I take the iconic Maybelline Great Lash. I use the black top, which is the Blackest Black mascara, and I'm going to coat my lashes in that before putting my lashes on. Okay, so now that I've popped on these lashes, I'm going to throw on a nude lip color because I don't want to take away from the color, and I think one color would be too much. So I'm going to put on a nude lip and I'll be right back to show you the final results. Okay, so this look was absolutely fun and amazing to do, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and if you liked, please hit that subscribe button, like the video, and turn on post notifications for videos when I upload, and my socials will be linked down below. If you could follow those, that would mean the world to me. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Ever since the day that you went away.